Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth. And today from Crossway we are featuring the Heritage in goat skin from the Netherlands, Royal Jongbloed. This thing is pretty sharp, so let's take a look. First of all, you notice it always comes in a very nice box and they will protect it with this felt cover. So if you want to carry it around with you, it does come with this pledge card letting you know it has a lifetime warranty. If you find any manufacturer issues or anything like that, they'll replace it, no problem. And when you open it, there you have it. Now I did a comparison review with this in a previous video. You can check that out. I'll link that in the description. But anyhow, one thing you will notice right away is it has that really shiny, smooth, kind of thick goat skin cover. Perimeter sewn, of course, the perimeter sewn always looks great. They did indent, kind of stamp this in, which I'm not sure if they did that on the Chinese editions. It doesn't feel like they did, but it's possible, but it is more obvious that these are stamped in there, so you're not going to be able to rub those off as easy. Again, really nice tool work on 1, 2, 3, 4 spine hubs. This is a little bit over an 8-inch text block, 5.5 inches wide. So this is more of a handy side, probably about the size of a PSQ. Of course, you got your gold pyramidal. The corners are tooled a little bit better than your Chinese ones. They'll have kind of that hump in it, which you can look at in the comparison video. They're not perfect corners, but they're good for a mass-produced Bible. Even though this is still Royal Jongbloed, this is still a mass-produced Bible. They put out a bunch of these. This isn't like your Schuyler where they put out a limited run. So they're going to crank through a bunch of these. So this is about the highest quality mass-produced Bible you're going to be able to get with your edge lining. And one thing to know, I'm sure most of you know this, but just in case you don't, with your edge lining, they're going to glue your end sheet and the first flyleaf on your text block together. That is because the liner, which is cowhide, is tabbed out a little bit so that they can glue it to your text block. So it's glued together and it's held together by this liner. So it's not just this liner holding it together. There's 2 tabs here holding this text block together, which is really cool. This is a 28 GSM French milled end-opaque paper, single column. It's got just a shade under an inch margin, which is pretty amazing considering this is such a hand-sized text block. It's also a 9.25 font. And what's really nice about this is the text is much darker than their previous releases. And I don't know if that's because of this French milled paper or if because they're trying to kind of get that text a little darker to make it more readable, but it's really, really nice. And that leading space really gives you, this looks like a 10 point. But it's only a 9.25 because that leading space is so nice. Check out the other video where I compare it to the Legacy where you can see the difference. It does have some footnotes at the bottom. Again, this art gilding, that is beautiful. Now, one thing you will notice in their previous editions with the Legacy is it's all wavy, the gilding's all wavy, and it looks kind of glittery. But this is what gilding should look like. Really, really beautiful. The art gilding is nice and dark, a big improvement from especially like the Creeds and Confessions and the Preaching Bible and the Omega. Now the Legacy actually had really nice art gilding on it. Of course, it's got the same decorative headbands and tailbands, the same awful ribbons. What in the world? Why? I don't get it. And they stack them. I don't understand why Crossway would put all this effort into moving their production to Netherlands and put these same garbage ribbons in there. But I'm going to complain about this every time. They know it's coming. Anyhow, it is a cheap and easy fix. I'll post a couple links in the description of some ribbon replacement videos where you can replace these ribbons easy with some Vatten or some LA ribbons or even some other different brands that I'll show you in the future. So anyhow, in the poetic settings, you'll notice that that's one thing about single column that kind of bugs me is your poetic settings. It makes the margins all funky. That is why I like more of your narrative settings. Again, it has some footnotes in the New Testament. It's going to have some cross references. And as you get to the back, you're going to notice that interestingly, they do not put a concordance in here. Yes! That is awesome. Okay, I wish they went ahead and left off the maps. But you know what? Not bad. So anyhow, this is really cool. Beautiful. Well done. Crossway, do something about those ribbons. Otherwise, this thing is amazing. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nichols Worth.